First race of the day. So straight into lead then goes Charlie Kelman in 212, 208 Stuart Court in second, and 209 is in third. So a bit of aggro then on the top end. This is of course a non-contact formula, but mistakes are made. So it's still 212 then, Charlie Kelman in the lead from Stuart Court in 208 and 209 Dave Lewin in third. So 212 and 208 absolutely flying through the field at the moment. His first meeting of the year and he's trying to make up for missing one, I think. So 212 going a bit wide there and letting Stuart Court in, so 208 now in the lead. 212's dropped to second. In third place is still 209. So 208 then, coming around the Bovingdon bend, he's in first place from 212. 204, one of the back markers, then we come on to the third place man, 209. So will 208 get held up with these back markers? Will it let 212 back in again? It's certainly let him catch up a bit. 212 trying to take the inside line, but 208's going around the outside. So he holds the lead then, Stuart Court still in the lead. 212 trying on the inside again, but 236 holding him up slightly. So 208 still taking the wider line and 212 keeping it tight. And it's 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. As we see 222 skidding across the line there. 208 still in the lead, 212 in second, 287 in third, 209 in fourth, 211 in fifth and 244 in sixth. But here comes the race leader then, 208 Stuart Court. In the smart blue and yellow Mini out the front there. 212 trying to overtake him, but he's got a bit too far to go in this race, I think. Although these back markers could hold up 208. .287, he's in third place. That's Justin Cramp. So the first and second place man now neck and neck, 208 and 212 as they come round for the final lap. Stuart Court still on the outside line. 212 just can't quite get past him on the inside there. So a bit of pushing and shoving up there, but 208's going to go through. 208 takes a win then from 212 in second. 287 then coming round the top bend now, he will take third position. 287 takes third, 211 will take fourth place, 244 takes fifth. 1300 stock rods. So in the lead at the moment then is 22. And at the moment we've got 86 and 44 fighting for second. So it's Jim Cook then out in the lead in 22. 86 Vince Price and 44 Julian Eates second and third. So fairly quick then these 1300 stock rods here at Bovingdon Raceways. So number 40 then. Mark Atkins leading the points, getting into a bit of trouble in the top end there, but manages to get out of it, but he's well down the field at the moment. Gary Ward incidentally put him there. So Gary still serious then for the championship again this year, taking out the early leaders in the table. So Jim Cook then, still in the lead in the blue and white Mini, going around the pit bend now. Push and spin allowed in the 1300s. 86 in second place still, and 44 Julian Eates in third. So Julian Eates trying to get round Tony Frost in car number 30 there. Taking it wide. But still our leader is 22 then, Jim Cook. And Eric Atkins now getting a bit of stick in 41 on the far side there. Just been lapped by the leader, Jim Cook in 22. So Vince Price driving quite a nice race in second there. Getting held up a bit then. So with 10 laps gone, our leader is still Jim Cook in car 22. And there's 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. So it looks like Jim Cook's got this race sewn up. He's led from the early stages and he's got a big lead now. He can afford to take it at his own pace. Going around the Bovingdon bend now, coming up for the 3 laps to go board. So in second place then is still Vince Price in 86. And in third is Julian Eates in 44. So only 2 laps out in for Jim Cook in 22. 86 Vince Price. Getting a little bit nearer, but he won't make it in the final lap and a half. So the final lap board comes out for Jim Cook then. Driven a very good race indeed, this one. Vince Price doing quite well in second in 86. And Julie, or Juki if you read the programme, is in third. So the race winner in the first first few laps, I'll have a quick run through the points leaders at the moment. In first place is 155, that's Phil Langley with 26 points. He's equal first in fact with 171, Dave Sanders. In second place is 110, John Wilkes with 24 points. In third place is our champion, 115, Dave McMahon in 22 points. In fourth place, 188, Philip Gray with 12 points. In fifth place was 180, Steve Finn with 10 points. And in sixth place is Roy Sanders with 2 points. And we've just missed an amazing roll on the far side there, 187 going over. Driver looks to be okay. So the dangers of motor racing then, even in the non-contact formulas, you can end up doing a loop-the-loop. Right, Dale Atkins in 125 then, well out in the lead at the moment. With 118, Tony Theed in second and 188 in third. That's Philip Gray in third place. So Dale, who didn't have much luck last weekend, or last meeting, let's hope he can go a little bit further this time. Certainly prepared a nice car, he deserves a win. Coming through the back markers at the moment then, he's 125, our leader. 118 in second place. So it's still 125 then in the lead, going around the Bovingdon bend as 111 takes a spin over the tyres. .188 still holding third from 175 and 157. But it's still Dale Atkins in 125, driving very well at the moment. 118 doing quite well as Tony Theed. Only his second meeting in this formula. So 188 then beginning to close the gap on the second place man. But there's a long way to go yet. 114, Paul Thurgood out of this race. But it's still Dale Atkins in 125, the black and red Escort. So 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. And it's still 125 in the lead. 118 and 188 battling out for second and third. That's Tony Theed and Phil Gray. So just 3 laps left now, and 118, our second place man has gone. So 118's dropped out, which leaves 188 in second. 180 has moved up into third. So 125 then goes round for 2 laps to go. 188 coming round in second place, but 180 is right on his tail, followed by 215. Our champion, he's in fourth at the moment. Can he get into the trophy places? Oh, and we've got another roller right on the start line there. Car 111, Mike Wallace ends up rolling. Seems to be okay. So, here comes our race winner then. Dale Atkins makes it this week in 125. 188 and 180 battling out with 215. Who's going to make it? It's 180 from 188 and 215 gets pushed out into fourth. So very exciting stuff here in the 2000s. Away we go then with the first banger race of the day. 415 then, a little bit out in front from the 310 in second and 325 in third. So 356 come to some grief on the bank there. And 339 will be getting the black flag in just a moment. 339 will have to be black flagged. The lap scorers are having problems. Black flag for 339. So plenty of action on the top end there as the Volvo gets spun. Can that driver get off the bank please? 356 behind the safety fence please. 356, can you get behind the safety fence please? 356, you'll be on the ban in a minute if you don't know what you're told. Okay, very dangerous banger racing that some people won't listen. So the leader at the moment then is 415. 325 in second place and 366 in third. So plenty of action across the sight line here. 384 trying to take out two cars at once. And 417 of the Eagles getting in a bit of trouble. Hawkeye in 330 still going strong. As 412 gets spun across the start line. So 415 then is still a leader. So 415 getting spun round. So 310 is our leader, he gets slowed up. So 310 then in problems. Hawkeye 330 now in second place. So 310, the black and white Marina, is leading this first race. Hawkeye in 330, closing up very quickly. And it's 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. But it's still 310 then. .310 in the lead from 330 in second place and 366 in third. Sean Jackson then in 310 is the leader. Hawkeye getting slowed up as he tries to take someone out there. Car doesn't seem to be up to his usual standards this week. No doubt he'll have it running perfect for the next race. Sean Jackson though in 310 still in first. Steve Holland in 363 is in third place. But with just 2 laps to go then. 310 coming down in first place, but Hawkeye within striking distance now in third, 330. And quite a way back to our third place man, so it's really between these two, 310 and 330. 310 getting held up there, is that going to let 330 in? No, he's waiting patiently behind him. No, he's not. Through the inside then goes Hawkeye and 330. Doing the gentlemanly trick and not taking the second place man out. Nice piece of driving there, Dave. So, coming around the top bend now, up onto the Bovingdon bend. The leader of the championship's going to win the first race of the day. Dave Hawkins in 330. He takes the win from Sean Jackson in 310, who takes second. And 363. race 2 for the Bangers, with the Saints 364 immediately going out into the lead, but 342 coming through on the inside. Bob Howe in 305 in third and 345 in fourth. 320 in fifth and 407 in sixth. So problems at the beginning. 305 taking another car out very nicely on the top end there. 352 got problems here on the start line. But it's still 364 then, who's our leader? Colin Carpenter in 364. One of the Saints. In fact, 407 is in fact the leader. He's battling with 364 there. 407 almost gets taken out there. So 364 from 407. 305 in third. So 407 goes wide and lets 305 into second place. So 364 in first, 305 in second and 407 in third. Colin Carpenter going very well in 364 in the Rover. Triumph in second, Granada in third. But the Rover's died out, so that leaves 305 in the lead then. Bob Howe goes into first place, 407 goes into second. And we have a roller, 322 goes over in the ditch here. There's still 305 from 407. Oh, and some plenty of stick here. Right on start control line. But it's still 305 from 407. And 361, Diet Dangle is in third. Well, 305 almost taken out there by 323, but he had just too much power. So the second place man, 407, almost get taken out. But he holds it, so still 305 from 407. 361, Dangle Belly coming through the field at an enormous great rate of knots. I'm going to have to get that glue out for my teeth. 3 laps to go next time round then. So 305, 407 and 361, they're almost neck and neck. We've only 3 laps left to go. 305 taking them out very well. 361 now in second place. So will 361 take the leader out. 305 and 361 battling through then, and 361 goes through. Ooh, and 305 takes him out and puts himself in the post. So problems now. .407 in the lead then, 361 in second. .373 then. So it's 407 is our leader coming round for the 2-lap board. .361 in. Diet Dangle, former Bovingdon champion 1985, he's in first place from 407 in second. And in third place is 373 Pete Stevens. 361 then, on his final lap with 407 chasing hard. Can 361 hold on to it? 373 Pete Stevens, the Bovingdon champion, still holding that third place. 305 is in fourth. But here comes Roy Diet Dangle in 361. He's going to take the win. Very good race indeed from him. 407, he comes second. And 373, he comes third. So 305, he's coming in for fourth place. And 332, he takes fifth place. Just keep them running. We'll keep them running just a bit longer. Okay, we have our results. Let's have the red flags, please. One, two, getting away slightly quicker than 208. But of course you can't discount drivers like 211, 236 or 226, all doing very well at the moment this year. So Charlie Kelman then goes out into the lead this time as he did last race. 208 is in second place. 287 is in third and 244 in fourth. 237 in fifth and 227 in sixth place. So same as last race really, one taking the inside line, the other taking the outside line. 212 holding the lead at the moment from 208 Stuart Court. So 287, 244 and 237 are battling it out for third place. And plenty of congestion towards the back of the field where all the drivers are trying to get through. We're coming around the Bovingdon bend, our leader is still 212, Charlie Kelman. 208 Stuart Court still in second and Justin Cramp is in third. So these were the three trophy winners in the last race. There's treble two. Paul Bailey ends up on the ditch. So Paul Bailey's alright. Is his car going to start again or is he going to get out? I think he can't get the car going for this one. So the minis without their familiar steel around them that they've had for the last few seasons at Bovingdon Raceways. Now there's just a bit of protection on the inside in case there is an accident. So nice to see Treble 2's okay as he climbs over the fencing. But going back to the leaders, it's still 212 Charlie Kelman from 208 Stuart Court. Justin Cramp. Oh, I'm having a terrible day today. Justin Cramp in 287. I've got a stinking cold and I can't talk, but still you have to put up with me. 244 though, he's trying to take third place on the outside, with a bit of pushing and shoving there. 287 eases up and 237 comes through. 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. This time round, I beg your pardon. So 212 then, Charlie Kelman still out in the lead with only 3 laps to go now, with 208 Stuart Court in seconds, right on his tail. Can Charlie hold on for this one? He lost out last time, but he seems to be driving a lot quicker in this one. It's really between those two. As 208 tries to go through on the inside, and 212 shut the door. So giving himself a bit of breathing space now, 212. These two well ahead of the third place man, which is 287 again, Justin Cramp. So here he comes in round the Bovingdon bend. Coming up for the final lap board, 212 Charlie Kelman then from 208 Stuart Court. So these two doing extremely well in this second meeting of the year. Neither of them up in the points until now. But here he comes in round the Bovingdon bend for the final time. Charlie Kelman makes sure this time he takes the win. 212, 208 Stuart Court takes second. And 287 Justin Cramp coming round the top bend. Is he going to make it? A 237's pushing hard. But Justin makes it in 287. Just in time, you might say. Okay, so it looks like we have our results. Let's have the red flags, please, marshals.
I suppose you've got to be mad, really. It's good fun, actually. You know, you get out there. Once you get out there, it all just takes its own sort of toll, doesn't it?
Just the enjoyment of it. You know, just excitement of tearing about, cracking, and that's it, really.
I mean, you can take it out there and do it out there rather than do it out on the roads.
I'll go wrecking.
I like to be treated the same as the men, or it's not fair. Yeah, very much so, yeah. They don't allow for me or anything, they just get out there, and if I'm in their way, I'm out of the way.
I'll go wrecking.
I've done bangers for 2 years.
Before this?
Yeah, and then I started doing this. This is my 4th year.
Well, you just check your oils and waters and everything, and then just beat the bodywork out so the car's still drivable.
Trying to win and trying to survive.
I know, my cousins used to do it, and my auntie over there dragged me along, and just to watch, and I said to her, if you'd be my mechanic, I'd do the bangers.
So away we go with the second race of the day. So 86 then is the leader from 16, 22 and 87. So Vince Price, holding off Jim Cook in 22 at the moment. Julie Neat, 44 is there along with 87 and 16. So Vince Price looking over his shoulder and he sees 22 Jim Cook there. Problem is, how does he keep him off? And in fact 22 almost takes him going down the straight there. A lot faster, that car, number 22. And through he goes. So the new leader, Jim Cook in 22 from 86. Number 30 almost spinning it there. 87 still in third place. So 86 been held up a bit now by number 30, but 22 goes right. 30 spins himself. bend there. And number 40, Mark Atkins, he's got problems. I saw something fall off the back of the car there as he's parked in the fence on the pit bend. So that could be the end of his racing today. Lead the points one week and you have a terrible week the following. But it's still 22 in the lead. And he's well in front of the second place man, Vince Price in 86. Andy Martin is in third. So still Jim Cook in 22 then. He's our leader. So Jim Cook certainly got everything together on that car today. He's well in front. From 87, Andy Martin, he's in second. 3 laps to go, next time round, Mr. Starter. So 22 then, Jim Cook. Must be at least half a lap in the lead. And we've got number 30, Tony Frost, doing a good roll down the pit bend there. Tony's alright, so we'll carry on racing as Jim Cook gets his 3 laps to go board. 87 has now moved down, 42 has gone up into second, Gary Ward. From Eric Atkins comes third. So Jim Cook coming around too fast for the starter. Coming up the far side then, 42, the Bovingdon champion Gary Ward in second, and 41, Eric Atkins in third. He's currently second in the points at the moment. So still 22 then, no one there to stop him now. As he comes round the Bovingdon bend for the final time, the winner of race 2 as well as race 1, Jim Cook in 22. In second place there's a tussle between 42 Gary Ward, last year's champion, and 41 Eric Atkins from last year, and Eric Atkins gets it just on the line. Away they go then with 125 straight out into the lead. So 125 really getting the swing of this car as he comes out of those corners now. 118 Tony Feed, he's in second place, and 103 he's in third. So is Dale Atkins from Tony Feed, and 103. So still 125 and 118. Tony Boy certainly pushing Dale Atkins in this race. He's another new driver up here this year. And he's beginning to get the hang of that car quite nicely. So 125 from 118. 188 is in third at the moment. With 132 Mick White in fourth. So he drops down and Phil Langley in 155 comes up. So 125 and 118 then. With 188 coming up, 171 and 155. So for the number of drivers out in each formula, I would say the 2000s beginning to overtake the 1300s now. Plenty of people enjoying this formula. It's nice to see it so well supported. So some of the back markers have been asked to move over and let the first and second car through, which they do quite nicely. Apart from 157. Bit of enforced braking I think there, we'll have to watch that one next meeting. So 125 and 118. So 157 then is going to be Dr. Lap. We don't think his driving was quite up to standard there. 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. So Dale Atkins in, coming around for a second win of the day. Takes the 3 laps to go board. 118 still holding second, but 188 beginning to close the gap. Oh, and 118 he spins it out. So that means 188 moves up into second. And 171 is into third. But the eyes are all on the leader now, who must be about half a lap in the lead. 125, Dale Atkins, he's going for the second win of the day. So Dale Atkins in, coming round the Bovingdon bend. Here he is across the start line, he's in first place. 188 still holding second and 171 in third. Philip Langley challenging for that third place, so. But here comes the leader then for the second time today. Dale Atkins in 125 takes the win. days. And already one over, 419 goes flying. So an extra race at stake here for the Bangor drivers, and they're all going flying in. That is 415, who's the leader, the Fiat again, the lime green Fiat. Here he goes across the start line now. So 400 pulls up in the middle. He's had enough for today. But it's still 415, who's the leader then? Coming around the Bovingdon bend now. And we almost have a roller here, 316. So a lot of congestion there on the pit bend, holding a few of the lads up. But still the leader then, it's 415. Dave Wilmore, used to be known as Skids Wilmore in the 1300 days. Lee Middleton in 328 behind him now, he won't let him go through easily. So Lee from the Luton Bangor team, with good luck Luton for the football today. They'll need it. So our leader gets taken out on the top bend. No, he manages to come back again. So 415 still the leader. Nigel Miles in 409 trying to take out Rob Wellington in 352. And plenty of pile-ups on the pit bend again. So still 415 from 383 and 322. 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. Dave Wilmore then, still in the first place. So there's still plenty of fighting on the pit bend. They're all trying to get through. Some of them making it, some of them aren't. The leader gets through okay, 415. So 415 from 322. In third. So 415 coming around now for his final lap. He's in first from Ray Carpenter in 322. So Skids Wilmore then, he's come through well in this Bangor consolation. Kept out of trouble, and here he comes for the checkered flag then. 415 takes first place. 322 then. There's our second place man gone missing. .341 then, coming around the top bend. 352 in third. So 341 then, he takes second. 352, he takes third. Keep them running, we need all the qualifiers for the final. So that's it, keep them running. So still Charlie Kelman in 2-1-2 then. Double points at stake in the final, can make a big difference to the championship at the end of the season. So Charlie Kelman 2-1-2 first, Stuart Court 208 in second, he's driving very well today as well. Justin Kremp in 287 in third. Seems to be catching up with 2-1-2 as they come to the end of the straight, so if 2-1-2 can hold it tight in the corners, he might just keep him off. So the minis then spreading themselves out a bit. 14 to 17-year-olds, these youngsters. So here they are on the racetrack before they've even driven on the road. Doing very well indeed, I think these do. Very evenly matched cars. Right, 2-1-2 and 208 really having a battle today. Maybe even a red top. But 2-1-2, 208 trying to take him on the outside. Is he going to do it? Can 2-1-2 squeeze through on the inside here? Oh, up on the tyres goes 2-1-2, but he manages to hold the lead. 201 should really move over. He's one of the back markers, should let the leading men come through. So, nice piece of driving there by Charlie Kelman to hold on to his lead. Stuart Court looking to take first place. Nearly took it in, and 2-1-2 went a bit wide. They both go around these outside, these back markers now. And a bit of pushing going on there, but it's still 212 from 208. The back markers getting themselves in a bit of trouble there. 287 is still in third. That's Justin Cramp again. He's had 2/3 already today. So here we come then into the final bend, the Bovingdon bend. 212, Charlie Kelman going for the second win of the day. And the winner of the final, 208, Stuart Court takes second. He's second today, and he won the first race. Away we go then with the final for the 1300 Stockwards. And it's our lady driver, Julie Neat, goes into the lead, but Jim Cook soon goes around the outside in 22. So it's 44, still trying to fight off 22. Julie with a very impressive crash helmet. Doesn't make the car go any faster though, and Vince Price goes over. So quite a roll then for 86. Vince Price lands back on his wheels. Can he get going again? So it looks like a wire might have come off a coil or something. But again, it's Jim Cook out in the lead. So it'll be interesting to see him start when he's further back next week. He's certainly got the car to overtake most of the others. So he's still in first from Julian Eat in second. 87, Andy Martin is in third. So 22 then from 44 and 87. 37 is in fourth and 41 is in fifth. So Eric Atkins, winner of last week's final, will he be able to catch up with the leaders and get amongst the places? Getting pushed a bit wide there by 46. So, got a feeling 41 won't go by him a second time, he'll just take him out. So, 46, some terrible driving from 46. If you want to do banger racing, go with the bangers. So 46 gets disqualified. This is a push and spin formula only, there's no enforced braking. So Julie Neat then, she's still holding second. But she's an ex-banger driver, she can hold her own with these people. Well done, Julie. So 46 then, deciding to ignore the black flag. He could be on a ban if he keeps on. He won't be allowed back at this circuit again. But in the meantime, still Jim Cook in first. But still 22 is our leader. 22, Jim Cook then, he's still going. 44, Julie Neat, she's in second. Can't we get the taxi on him? So still Jim Cook then, 22 in the lead, 44 still in second place. And in third place, he's 87, Andy Martin. So Jim Cook then driving the immaculate race for the third time in a row today. '22 then, Jim Cook. We've still got a bit of trouble out there on the circuit, but that'll be sorted out afterwards. The rest of the lads still do very well. Push and spin formula only. And it's 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. So still 22, Jim Cook in the lead. Julie Neat is in second. Wally. So still 22 is our leader. 44 is in second. 41 is in third place. So, for 22 then, the leader on his final lap now, Jim Cook. Julie Neat, 44, is in second. And Eric Atkins in 41 is in third. Okay then, so we come to the Bovingdon Bend. Jim Cook then is the winner. Julie Neat in 44 comes second. Here she goes. And Eric Atkins, he takes third in 41. And then already carnage in the bangers. 415 though gets a good advantage to start off with. 323 going into the ditch the wrong way around. In an Escort. Brave man. Diet Dangle taken out right at the beginning. So 415 then is the leader. There he goes across the start line. 365 in second, 363 in third. So 415 then, going around the Bovingdon bend. Still going strong. In second place is 363 now, and in third is 320. So 310 getting spun out rather quickly. So still 415 then. 415 our leader, almost spun out around the Bovingdon bend there, but managing to hold it front wheel drive, giving him an advantage there. But he's well in the lead, 415 from 363, beg your pardon. So 363 from the Eagles, he's in second place, pushing his way through. .407 in third. Three laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. And it's still 415 then. From 363 and 307. And the lead has been taken out, 415 taken out. So 415 held up for a while, but he was a lap in the lead, so he stays in the lead. Three 6-3 cut across the thing, so he loses a lap. Well, the first place man gets taken out again. So 415 still in the lead. He had such a big lead to start off with. So coming round for the checker flag this time round. Here's our winner then, with Skids Wilmore in 415. We're looking for 465, who was second place. Here he is, 465, he scrapes home for second. And 373, Pete Stevens here takes third. Keep them running. So we're still going for the minor places then. So still plenty of action with the bangers. Who wants to stop them? So 415 first, 365 second, 373 in third. Okay, we have our results. Let's have the red flags, please, marshals. Rob. Okay then, sorry about the slight delay there. That is 118, Tony Boy in the lead from 125, Dale Atkins in second and 188, Bill Gray in third. So still Tony Boy then in 118 leading, 125 in second and 188 in third. 20 lap race for these lads, so plenty of time for the positions to change. So still Tony Boy, Tony Feed in 118 in first. Dale Atkins is chasing hard, but I don't quite know whether he's got the power to get him just yet. Tony, of course, doing well in the last race, but unfortunately spun it on the last couple of laps, which let a few other drivers through. But he's new to this formula, and he's getting better all the time. So up he goes to the Bovingdon bend then, 1, 2, 3, all in a row. That's 118, 125 and 188. So we're coming up to some back markers now. Will that slow Tony up at all? No, he goes around the outside there. Dale Atkins content to stay behind him, but that could let through 188. Dale Atkins can't quite find a way through on the inside. Or can he? On the pit bend, through he goes, and 188 has to go wide. But still our leader then, Tony Feed in 118. Dale Atkins chasing as hard as he can go in 125. And Phil Gray in 188 still holding third, although coming up past is Paul Thurgood in 114 and Phil Langley in 155. So approaching halfway through this race, and it's still 118 in the lead. 114 now trying to go into third place round the outside, Paul Thurgood. Usually one of the top point scorers up here, had a bit of a quiet start so far this season, seems to be picking up a bit in this race, and there he goes through into third position. So David Martin, the champion, still well down in the field, can't see him coming up in this race. But now it's neck and neck, 118 and 125. Will 125 try and get through on the inside? No, it looks like he's waiting patiently, but 114, Paul Thurgood could jump into first. Trying on the outside now as they come round the Bovingdon bend. 118, 125, 114, it is absolutely neck and neck. And they all tried to shut the door and someone had to give way, which leaves 125 out in the lead, 188 in second, 118 is now in third, and 155 in fourth. So Paul Thurgood, he'll be gutted. Picked his way through to a place, I think he tried to go just a little early, and it backfired. 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Sarter. Can this be the hat-trick for Dale Atkins? He had the hat-trick of missing out last week. Looks like he's going to actually make the hat-trick of wins this week. So quite a distance between 125 and 118, who's in second. Third place, I beg your pardon, 88 is now in second. 188 is in second. 118 has dropped to third. But still going well. So the 2-lap board comes out for Dale Atkins. Beginning to be a bit of a habit for Dale now, isn't it? There he goes, first place. Phil Gray in second and Tony Boyfeed still in third. Dale Atkins in 1:25, coming round on his final lap. Nothing really to stop him now. He can take it easy into the bends. Keep the power on for the straights. And a magnificent day for Dale Atkins in. He very thoroughly deserves it. 3 wins in a row then for 1:25. 1:88, Phil Gray takes a second and Tony Feed in 1:18 takes third. Okay, so some great racing and red flags, please, marshals. So 180, sparks everywhere. Of the season, and I say there's never any action each end, and look at it. So when they spread out a bit, you'll get a few scares, I can assure you of that. Here we go then with the first crossover, and through they go. Come on lads, let's see you get stuck in. Starters controlling, moaning that they missed each other, but they're not easing up. Great figure of 8 racing here. Come on, let's have some oohs and some ahs. Plenty of those in here. Oh, 372's our leader. Here he goes. Is he going to break? Oh, no, not quite. .372 then. Here he goes again, round the back of them all. 404, you brakes, that's cheating. But still our leader then, 372. Yes, and the head on. Great stuff from these lads, neither of them were going to bottle out of that one. So one's covered in steam, but they're both alright, keep it going. Simon Willingale is our leader in 372 still. Managing to keep out of trouble. .382 in second place and taking it nice and easy through there. So big smiles on the faces of those drivers. Well done lads, that's what we like to see. 373, Pete Stevens also going well. In fact he's in third place. So, still coming across the crossover, 302 looking for trouble, can't quite find it. Graham Edwards, famous mechanic he is. So still 372 then, as the smoke begins to clear. 372. Having trouble with his steering? It's all over the place at the moment, I think. But still holding first place. So we've lost half the cars now, which is no surprise in the figure of 8 race. It's just really a case of him keeping going. So 3 laps to go next time round, Mr. Starter. For 372 with 382 in second and 373 in third. So will 382 and 404 meet up here? Ooh, not quite. 373 certainly getting stuck in now. Experienced stock car driver. Ooh. Got Butlins, isn't it? So, Sparky in 310. 382 is now in the lead. So, Simon Harpin in 382 doing a good job of keeping out of trouble, and it's put him into first place. 310 is on the black flag, I'm afraid. So 382 then going round. .373 is still in third place. So a bit of a quiet end to today's figure of 8.